Now on CoastTV News.
A Millsboro man wanted what you can do to help police. Day 6 of medical waste and still no answers. We have the full timeline and where we stand now. And there's just 44 days until the presidential election, what both parties are doing to set them apart from each other.
Well, after a gorgeous Saturday on the Delmarva Peninsula, I am tracking some showers and even a rumble of thunder through the overnight. I'll have details on whether it'll put a damper on the second half of your weekend and my full forecast coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brandon Ferguson and welcome to CoastTV News at 11. Tonight, we begin in Millsboro. The Millsboro Police Department wants the public's help in finding this man on your screen. His name is Johnny Cohen, and he has 6 active warrants for his arrest, including offensive touching and terroristic threatening. Millsboro Police is asking you, if you have any information about Cohen's location, to contact the police. In Felton, we have new information about a car crash left a 56-year-old man dead. Delaware State Police say yesterday, just after 8 p.m. on Sandtown Road, a GMC Sierra was driving eastbound before losing control and flipping into a ditch. Troopers say the 56-year-old man was not wearing a seatbelt and are continuing to investigate of what exactly caused this crash. Medical waste washing up along the coast of Delmarva started last Sunday, and with multiple federal agencies looking into where this waste originated from, we still do not have any answers about it. Here's how we got to this point. On Sunday, DENREC issued a warning about the medical waste after receiving reports from several beach areas about it, and that same day, Ocean City, Assateague Island, Fenwick Island, and Dewey Beach were among the first coastal communities to close beaches. Just yesterday, Ocean City became the first beach along the coast of Delmarva to completely reopen beach access and water access with no restrictions. Today, where we stand, there are no answers of where this medical waste came from. We now take a live look into Dover, a calm night out, a beautiful night, and our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, joins us. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Brandon. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. In fact, final day of summer. Hard to believe, right? Ocean City, live look from our dry tech cam. A quiet, tranquil evening there where it is 69 degrees. Dew point is 62 and winds are relatively calm out of the east at about 6 miles an hour. But I am tracking some showers beginning to move into the peninsula. You can see the slug of rain, some embedded downpours there moving right along the bay, clipping portions of Cambridge as well as Crisfield. And that's kind of slicing to the south there, but this complex of showers and storms are tracking through the overnight, expected to weaken, but it will dive southward into peninsula through the overnight. Highs today, 80 degrees, Georgetown, we hit 80 in Salisbury, 74 in Ocean City, 79 in Cambridge. Right now, though, temperatures are holding into the upper 60s. We're at 67 in Lewis, 67 in Seaford, and 65 in Salisbury. Now, tomorrow, yes, we usher in fall. How about that, right? Now, as I mentioned, we do have that threat for a few showers and storms into the overnight. But by the afternoon, expecting some sunshine to break through those clouds. Highs only reaching the lower 70s, and at the coast we could only be in the upper 60s, and then by the evening expecting a mix of sun and clouds. Now we still do have that coastal flood advisory, and that remains in effect through Monday as we continue to see that onshore flow from that pesky coastal storm that continues about 300 miles off the coast. And you can see that coastal advisory extending down to Worcester County. And then we also have a coastal flood warning in effect for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wicomico County for Tuesday. So these are being extended due to that onshore flow, and you can see that extending to the south as well. Coastal flood warning for Accomack and Northampton counties until Monday at 8 p.m. So coming up, we'll talk more about the coastal flooding issues over the next few days, as well as an unsettled stretch of weather developing as we head into the middle part of next week. And we'll have a look at the tropics as well. There are some things boiling up there in the tropics, and we'll talk more about that coming here up in just a few moments.
The Golden Arches are going up as crews bring McDonald's to Milton. As you can see here on your screen, this is how far crews are along on the controversial McDonald's, which sits right on the corner of Route 16 and Union Street. Work started at the end of August after the town council approved plans. While the new project has drawn multiple reactions and opinions from locals, Some of it has been positive, and Ronnie Bailey told Coast TV this project was just only a matter of time.
But yeah, the traffic's going to be bad, but they need a little fast food place around, so it's growing. The area is growing, so have to deal with it.
The fast food restaurant is expected to open towards the end of November. Tomorrow on Sunday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons, fresh off a win over the Eagles, take on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Coverage begins right here on Coast TV at 7. In Wilmington today, President Joe Biden hosted a meeting with leaders from Australia, Japan, and India for his final Quad Leaders Summit. President Biden delivered opening remarks where he thanked the prime ministers for coming and praised the alliance, saying, quote, "We know how to get things done."
We're democracies who know how to get things done. That's why within the first days of my presidency, I reached out to each of you, each of your nations, to propose we elevate the Quad, make it even more consequential.
With 44 days until the election, the presidential race is heating up. The 45th president is trying to come back as the 47th president, and Donald Trump's opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, is aiming to make history as the first female president ever. Reed Binion shows us the latest.
The reality is, nobody truly knows what's going on here. This is an allegation that's being reported.
Republicans reacting to this week's report about North Carolina GOP gubernatorial nominee Mark Robinson's alleged inflammatory comments on a porn website message board before he entered politics more than a decade ago. Robinson, North Carolina's current lieutenant governor, allegedly referred to himself as a black Nazi, expressed support for reinstating slavery, and made graphic sexual comments. He denies making the comments. Minnesota governor and Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz referenced the scandal Saturday.
We got folks running as Republicans for governor that are proud to refer themselves as Nazis.
The scandal in North Carolina comes as former President Trump visits the battleground state Saturday, a day after his rival, Vice President Kamala Harris, hit the battleground states of Wisconsin and Georgia, where she focused heavily on reproductive rights.
1 in 3 women in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban.
Also in Georgia Friday, Donald Trump's allies on the state's election board passed a rule that critics say could delay the results of the presidential race. It requires a hand count of all ballots after polls close on election night. The office of Georgia's Republican Attorney General previously warned the move is likely unlawful. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Earlier today, Vice President Harris accepted CNN's debate invite and challenged former President Donald Trump to do the same.
Here's a live look into Salisbury from our Spicer Brothers construction camera, and we will see a few showers and even a rumble of thunder, in fact, through the overnight. May linger in our Sunday morning, but it'll be a mild night. We'll talk more about the weekend and have a look at the tropics. There's something brewing. My full forecast a little bit later on.
After the break, we will have your full weekend review of everything that happened on the coast this week. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Show a hard-working woman in your life the appreciation they deserve with Working Woman Wednesdays.
It could be your mother, your wife, a coworker, or any woman you know. Nominate them for a chance to win a special prize pack. Go to WBOC1025.com, fill out a short form, and tell us why they are so special and deserve to be honored.
Then join me, Stinson, every Wednesday as I announce that week's winner.
Working Woman Wednesdays, only on 1025 WBOC.
From Dagsboro proposing different hours for the sale of alcohol to gas prices falling below $3 a gallon. There was a lot going on this week here on the coast, and Charlie Sakaitis has a look at our week in review.
Monday, Dagsboro took under consideration an ordinance that would cut down the hours that restaurants and bars can sell alcohol. Currently, those hours are 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., but the ordinance would change that. A later start time of 11:30 a.m. and an earlier close time of 11 p.m., though it has gotten some pushback from business owners. Tuesday in Georgetown, the celebration of Constitution Day. History buffs gathered to commemorate the day one of America's great documents was signed. Era-specific clothing, American flags, singing, and more helped people get in touch with a little good old-fashioned patriotism. Wednesday, neighbors in one Sussex County community were upset about some proposed pickleball courts. Developers of the Anchors Run subdivision near Lewis want to add some housing and some courts, but a few of the existing homeowners aren't thrilled by the sound of a paddled ball right out back. Thursday, Senator Tom Carper announced $10 million for the beach replenishment project north of the Indian River Inlet Bridge. This comes after 2 dune breaches earlier this year. Friday, a break for your wallet as CoastTV reported on gas prices falling below $3 a gallon. In Sussex County, it's fallen to $2.98. That's lower than the national average of $3.22 and well below where Sussex County prices were 1 year ago, which was $3.66. With your weekend review, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Heading out to brunch tomorrow morning, most of us will stay dry. There could be a renegade shower or two, but there is going to be a bit of cloud cover through the first part of the day, but expecting sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the low 70s. We'll have a full report of that all-important 7-day forecast when I come back here in a few moments.
4 dogs that were rescued from horrific conditions are now up for adoption in Georgetown. That's up next.
Life is full of little moments. Joyous laughter. Playful dancing. Bright smiles. Never miss a moment. Built for brighter days. Shell Brothers Homes.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Protecting my family is my top priority. When I noticed ants outside of my home, I called Rice's and they sent a technician right away. He recommended their fall defense program, which saved me $50 on my first service. He also told me about their year-round home protection programs that are backed by their Rice Return Guarantee. So if pests return, so do they, for free. The savings are great, but the peace of mind knowing my home is protected is priceless.
Visit Rice's Termite and Pest Control today at delmarvasbestpestcontrol.com.
Did I read this? Did I get eggs? Where are my keys?
Don't wait while memory and thinking issues pile up. These issues may seem like normal aging, but could be due to a buildup of amyloid plaques in the brain. Amyloid can build up over time. The sooner you talk to your doctor, the more options you may have. Visit amyloid.com for additional information.
And a pleasant good evening. Delmarva Live look into Ocean City. Folks taking in that last night of summer here on the boards, and I hope it was a memorable and enjoyable summer for all. And it was certainly a nice day across the area. Right now we are at 69 degrees, that dew point 62. So a relatively comfortable night across the area. Temperatures right now holding at 69 in Rehoboth Beach. We're at 67 in Redden, 67 Seaford, and 65 in Salisbury. 80 degrees was our high today after a morning low of 63. 2 degrees above that average of 78. 90 was the record set back in 1965. So we continue to be plagued with these coastal flood advisories. They just won't go away, all thanks to this coastal low that is just kind of meandering off the coast. You see this coastal flood advisory has been extended now through Monday, so watch out. We could see 1 to 2 foot of inundation during those at those low-level areas, those flood-prone areas, especially during high tide cycles. And we have that coastal flood warning through Monday night for Accomack and Northampton counties. We also have dangerous risk of rip currents for Sunday and Monday. Wave heights generally 4 to 6 feet through the next 2 days before we see things begin to calm. Well, we are seeing some areas of rain. It's the slug of rain kind of hogging the Crisfield area. You can see it right over the bay, some embedded downpours there. A complex of showers and storms pushing through central Pennsylvania. That's diving southward, and that is going to affect us through the overnight. You could see this meandering coastal low. Boy, it's just pounding Boston. 6 to 7 inches of rain there on the Cape. We escaped any significant rainfall, but we do need some rain, but not 6 to 7 inches at one time. Well, fall arrives tomorrow morning, 8:43 a.m. As far as the foliage goes, it's not about till mid-November we begin to see that peak foliage. Current foliage right now, little to none at the moment. You got to go further north to see that patchy foliage. So overnight, a few areas of showers and even a rumble of thunder possible through the early morning hours. Could see a few of those showers linger into Sunday morning, as well as some cloud cover, but expecting sunshine by the afternoon with temperatures only reaching the low to mid 70s. And then we'll see more shower activity by Tuesday as another front approaches the Delmarva Peninsula. So clouds, a few showers to start, but otherwise sunshine and clouds through the afternoon with temperatures topping out in the mid 70s there in the eastern shore. But I think most of us will generally be in the low to mid 70s. As I mentioned, that wave action continuing, all thanks to that coastal storm. Generally about 4 to 6 inch waves are expected. Now, as we go into Tuesday, could see a few showers as a weak trough moves through, and then a stronger front likely moving through Wednesday through Thursday. Also, the tropics, I showed this last night, National Hurricane Center has bumped this up to a 70% chance of development, likely going to have a tropical cyclone there as we head into the middle to end of next week. Brief shower, thunderstorm overnight, 64, 75 tomorrow. We're at 73 on Monday. And make sure to come out next Sunday to the Walk for Prostate Cancer. Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams will be the Grand Marshal. It's a near and dear to his heart. A call is near and dear to his heart. I'll be out there as well, so hope to see you there. For more information, go to CoastTV.com, Brandon, and you have the shower threat Tuesday through Thursday.
Thank you, Chris. And kennels full of loud, barking dogs, all looking for a place to call home. 1 month ago, 20 dogs were rescued from a home in Bridgeville, and 2 people are facing charges because of this. And the Brandywine Valley SPCA responded to this case in a big way. And as Coast TV reporter Zacchaea Jennings shows us, after weeks of care, 4 dogs are ready for their new future.
On August 14th, 20 animals were rescued from extreme neglect at a home in Bridgeville. 6 weeks later, 4 of those dogs are ready for their forever home. Senior Operations Manager Laura Page recalls the day she learned about the case.
Yeah, so the Office of Animal Welfare reached out and said that they had a really sad case of 1 dog. So then they got a warrant and went out to the property and found that there were about 20 more dogs, but one of them had 6 puppies, one of which was dead.
Page told Coast TV the daunting task wasn't too hard to handle.
I mean, we are a large organization, and so we're able to draw from our sister campuses.
Thanks to the teamwork from other locations, BVSPCA has been able to nurse these dogs back to health. They even had a volunteer from a campus in Pennsylvania. As you drive through this gate at the BVSPCA, you will find Axel, Buddy, Drake, and Lola. These are just 4 of the dogs that Paige says has done a complete 180 and are now ready for adoption.
The open wounds are gone. The scabs and sores are gone. The coat has grown back pretty well on all of them.
If you're looking for a furry friend to take home like Buddy, you can come to BVSPCA. And if you miss out on the labs, no worries. There are plenty of animals here looking for a happy home. In Georgetown, I'm Zacchaea Jennings, Coast TV News.
Good news for drivers and everybody, quite frankly. Gas prices could continue to drop. AAA says the national average for a gallon of gas dropped 2 cents last week. While still a decline, it's much slower than in recent weeks. Hurricane Francine caused temporary issues for oil production and refining on the Gulf Coast, and AAA says it isn't uncommon for a slump during the hurricane season. Amazon warehouse workers are getting a pay raise and a free Prime membership. Amazon announced Wednesday the average starting wage has increased to more than $22 an hour, and that's good news for the online retail giant's more than 800,000 frontline employees. The wage increase comes ahead of the busy holiday shopping season, and analysts are predicting online sales will increase this year yet again. 3 Mile Island reopening, how Microsoft is planning to use this site.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
The queen approacheth.
The termite queen can lay between 20 and 30,000 eggs a day and can live for 50 years. And those millions of termites can eat over $5 billion a year in damage. Take your home off the menu with termite protection by Brazier's Pest Control. The experts at Brazier's use over 40 years experience to administer the best protection in America, 6 times faster than Bates, with long-lasting protection. Call Brazier's now and defend your castle.
Surface Solutions is rolling across Delmarva, providing the best asphalt and concrete installation for your home or business. Our professional team is transforming the asphalt industry with an impeccable reputation for quality. We guarantee a timely response, unparalleled customer service, and a detailed free estimate in days, not weeks. Call the exterior surface specialists at Surface Solutions and ask about our special financing rates as low as 0%.
Call the professionals at Surface Solutions and discover the difference.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
The site of the worst nuclear disaster in the U.S. is set to reopen and will exclusively sell its power to Microsoft. Friday, Constellation Energy said the Unit 1 reactor at 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania is expected to be revived in 2028. If the move is approved, Microsoft will purchase its carbon-free energy. The financial terms of this agreement have not been disclosed yet, and the reopening of the Unit 1 reactor will add 3,400 jobs. It's also expected to add $16 billion to Pennsylvania's GDP. Some experts say low alcohol and alcohol-free beers and mocktails shouldn't be sold to minors, and they're calling for laws that stop sales to kids and teens. The market for non-alcoholic drinks has been growing as more people look to cut their alcohol use. In order to be considered a non-alcoholic drinks, they must have less than 0.5% of alcohol. Some experts worry these drinks could be a gateway to drinking, priming minors to switch to the real thing. General Motors is recalling nearly 450,000 vehicles because they may not display a warning when brake fluid is low. The recall said without a warning light, people might continue to drive. With the impacted vehicles, low brake fluid could reduce braking performance and increase risk for crash. The software that controls the warning light will be updated free of charge, and notification letters will be sent to owners by the end of October. Continuing in more health news, they can keep infants and children safe in a vehicle, but car seats and booster seats have to be the right size for your child. And during Child Passenger Safety Week, experts say it's a good time to make sure your child is in the right seat. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has 5 steps to keep kids safe in cars.
It's a leading cause of death for children. The latest data from 2022 shows on average 3 children under 13 were killed every day and 429 injured in vehicles. 39% of those killed were unrestrained.
We do know that a properly installed car seat or booster seat can really reduce the risk of injury and save lives.
Dr. Manisha Agarwal with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says the first step to keep kids safe is making sure your car seat or booster seat is firmly installed. The base shouldn't move more than an inch in any direction. Next, make sure any straps or harnesses fit snug against the child. Agarwal says there shouldn't be much slack.
So that means if you try to pinch the strap or the webbing, you really can't do it at all.
Third, max out your child's seat before graduating them to the next level. Keep them in their current seat as long as possible until they outgrow the limits for height and weight. Fourth, front seats are not made for children. Agarwal says things made for adult safety like airbags can be dangerous for kids.
In fact, all children should stay in the back seat until they turn 13, no matter how big they are.
Finally, when it comes to kids and car safety, don't cave to pressure.
You are taking your kid to school, they see their friends maybe getting out of the front seat or not in a booster seat, but it's your job as a parent to keep your child as safe as possible for as long as possible.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
As part of Child Passenger Safety Week, National Seat Check is today. And you can still log on to the National Highway Traffic Safety website to find a car seat inspection location near you. And some locations now offer virtual inspections as well. We now take a live look into Ocean City, and after the break here on Coast TV News at 11, we have a final check on your forecast. Coast TV News continues in just a few moments.
The bold, creamy smoothness of Hardee's new cold brew coffee with the made-from-scratch goodness of Hardee's famous breakfast. A delicious new way to power your morning. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Hey, bath guy, do you do roofs? Nope. Do you do lawns? Negatory. Do you do windows and siding? Not a chance.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Hey Dad, can you take out the trash?
No son, not a chance.
Peninsula Bath.
Hey, you're coming with me today.
I am?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
My sister loves volunteering with her coworkers.
Heads up.
I asked her why she likes it so much.
This is my little sister.
She said there's something special about helping out with Food Lion.
Yes, of course. Have a great day.
You get to make people smile.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion feeds, here for every moment.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $6.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Nature lovers, this is for you. Bethany Beach Nature Center will be holding their 3rd Kids Nature Adventure next Saturday. Get ready for some hands-on nature. The topic of Saturday's adventure will be about birds, specifically waterfowl. This event will begin at 10:30 a.m. at the Bethany Beach Nature Center, and it will be happening rain or shine.
And we are seeing some rain moving across the bay. Chris Field seeing some rain and even a brief downpour, expecting a few more showers and even a brief rumble of thunder through the overnight. But we are expecting drier conditions after a cloudy start to our day. As fall gets ushered into the Delmarva Peninsula, we will see temperatures topping out in the lower to mid. You can get your forecast at any time by calling our First Alert weather phone. That is always on for the latest forecast. 73 on Monday. We do stay rather cool to start the week, and we are going to see a front move through Wednesday. That could stall over the area and bring us some rain, and then we're right back up near that 80-degree mark on Thursday. But overall, Brandon, the temperature staying right in those 70s throughout most of that extended forecast.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.